I hope everyone can hear me. Well, hello there, good evening, and welcome to this, the second round of the Adrenaline Racing Community Gr.3 Season 6, coming to you live at the historic Le Mans circuit. I am Savvy. I should be having a person with me in the booth, but yet again, like last week, he hasn't joined just yet. It's like no one wants to commentate with me. No one wants to... Oh, Zanzibar's had a huge moment. Oh, well held. Oh, nice save there from Zanzibar. Anyway, yeah, so I should be having Law with me in about a couple of minutes' time. He's just saying he was just kicking out with the girlfriend, which is a bit of a disappointment because, you know, Sundays are for the boys and it's for the ARC. So, yeah, bit of a poor show that from Law himself, but he will be joining us anyways in a couple of minutes' time. Second round of the championship, like I says, at Le Mans. It's been a while since we've raced here, I do believe. Yeah, there we go. And you can see there that currently Zanzibar has set the fastest time there. I shouldn't be moving controllers here. I've got my keyboard connected. So, yeah, still waiting for Law to come in. Second round, as I said, at Le Mans, massive track, and we're just about getting ready for qualifying, which will start in roughly about, well, very soon actually. Just looking at the time now. So as far as I know, we are just looking at the Lobby B cars, because this is probably the cars that we, you know, unfortunately won't get to see in Lobby A unless if you're fast enough, like what Slimmy Cam was. And I think Slimmy Cam was actually in Lobby A, my apologies. It was in Lobby A. I know Wiley also made it in, and there was another driver, and I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I'm just trying to get old stuff already. Hopefully people can hear me in the chat here. I did turn my mic down a bit, so I'm hoping that it is perfectly fine. Got 5 people watching. I'm just trying to get everything all sorted here, because I'm running a little bit late as it stands, because I've just finished taking the dog out for a walk. So right, anyways, we'll go through the drivers list then for tonight. Oh, I forgot to mention, I haven't pushed that up on me. David Silver says you're good. Right, good stuff. Lovely to hear. So the people that are in this one, in this lobby, we have Slimmy Cam, Matty, Why Not Sean, Wiley, Techno, Defiant, Fubar, Venom Snake, Infoxicated, BDZ, Jake Melling, Zanzibar, Metcalf, DD Ranger, Eternicus, and The Machine. And we've got some returning drivers making a return into Lobby A. Rascal has come back from his holiday. And a guy, yeah, we have seen, yeah, he's back again. La Bomba is back. Because he didn't make it last week. Looks like there's no Trainmeister, the guy who finished second last week at Kyoto. He looks like he is no showing tonight. But we do have a return driver in there, and that was the guy who won the last 2 races of Season 5. I believe it was at Kyoto and at Dragon Trail, and that is ARC Inman. Yes, Inman is back, and hopefully someone who would have to definitely challenge Hallex after Hallex just cruised to victory there. What was it, like nearly a 20-second advantage there, as we're seeing Zanzibar just having a fun time then, just going into what's that is going into like the, what is that called, about the forward chicane, I think that's called. Oh, so Wiley has changed the timing settings to 9. When he gets back to 8, we will get qualifying underway. And Wiley has done that. So the 15 minutes in qualifying gets underway. And it looks like Slimmy Cam is going to be the first one out. Indeed he is. So out goes the field then. Wiley just says go, just to improve it then. So out goes Slimmy then. We saw him last week at Kyoto and unfortunately finished in 14th place, but there was more bad news to Slimmy Cam, because unfortunately what I didn't pick up on that was the fact that he had changed soft tyres. The rule states that you only have to use one set of soft tyres in the race. He used two and he didn't go into pits to change the problem. So therefore, he unfortunately got disqualified from Kyoto last week. So he's currently still sitting on 0 points, and hopefully he will rectify these odds as he's just letting Jake Mellon go by. Obviously not wanting to lead. No, he's going to fuel burn as well. Okay, so that was another topic that I wanted to discuss with Law whenever he comes in, is fuel burning. Because this track is quite long, and it's and being qualifying is like 15 minutes long. Will people fuel burn, or will drivers maybe up and go? God, that's going to be a bit of a mess here. Here goes Wiley, he goes through. DD Ranger comes through. That's a nice looking livery from DD. We'll have a look at some of the other cars that go by. There goes the Machine and Techno guy. But Slimmy Cam looks like he's fuel burning. What I was about to say, and I wonder if Law can, whenever he joins, about when it comes to qualifying, is will anyone just go for fuel burn like what we saw from Slimmy, or is these guys like Jake is doing, or Matty and Defiant are doing, is just going for a banker lap? Are they going for a banker lap to set a time in the now? Oh, Defiant and Jake had a little moment together in one of the chicanes. That would have been the Michelin chicane. So yeah, I think it looks like to me that Matty's going to go set a banker lap. Jake Mellon looks like he's going for a banker lap. Realistically, I would go for 2 laps here. I wouldn't be fuel burning, because then you know you're going to have at least 1 lap to do it in, because with the tyre wear being at ×8 and this track being long, you're probably only going to do at least 1 lap worth on these tyres and then come into the pits. So I think to me this might be the smart strategy, what Matty, Jake and Zanzibar and Defiant are all doing. Set a banker lap, go into the pits, change to another set of soft tyres. Your fuel wear will be down, but you'll be a lot more faster than what your first time was. So, I mean, that's my strategy. Don't know what Law will think about that whenever he joins in. So let's have a look at the liveries then. So we've got the gatekeeper Matty there. Matty's always been known to have some lovely liveries. Remember the Renault Clio Cup series had that DHL one. That was a lovely, lovely livery. And we've seen there Jake Melling as well in the green, just making our way towards, that was Mulsanne, isn't it? No, that wasn't Mulsanne, that was Arnage. And my apologies. Just getting to know the track again, that's all. We've seen Zanzibar there in the brightly fluorescent light blue Porsche, followed by Defiant in the rather colourful looking Peugeot. That could be a car to look out for. Normally this car's quite quick on a straight line, so, and this track is predominantly known for having straights here. I wonder what it's going to be like through the corners here, looking at Defiant. Former champion as well in the Gr.3 Championship. I believe he was Group B champion one season. I think it was season 2, I believe it was. So a Defiant, one of the old school racers here, still racing with us, DD Ranger. Now he is driving the same different coloured livery as Matty. Of course, those two are teammates. Still learning with the wheel. There's a look then at Venom Snake QZ, driving the Jag. The famous there. Zanzibar's going into pits there to put on a fresh set of softs. Venom Snake we've seen before in some ARC events. Eternicus, I believe he's been since season 1. Eternicus back again in the Ford Mustang. Car that we don't see a lot of in the Gr.3 Championships. The first time I think we saw one of those was Dan's in season 3, I believe it was. The old season 1 champion, ARC Dan's there. We've already seen Slimmy Cam. There he is driving the Aston, and there is Techno Guy. It looks like he's going for the same livery as what he drove back in season 4, only it's just not the Powerpuff Girls livery. Now it is Wiley, who made the A show last week. There is Infoxicated, teammate to Defiant. Again with the black, yellow and red car. Looks like a German/Belgium liveried looking car. There's WR Metcalf driving the Toyota, and further back there you see the machine. There he is there in the nice looking blue with the little bit of green on the bottom there. That's decent looking livery. And there is Why Not Sean just making his way out of Arnage. I've invited ARC Law, but not Law 2. Oh God, what a numpty. Why couldn't he get on his Law account, his other account? For God's sake, man. Let's see if I can add them. Here we go. Let's see. I added him into it. There we go. I've added him. Right, there we go. If only he could have told me if it was his Law 2. There he is. Blimey. I'll just hope we get to hear him. Here we go. Law, can you hear us? I can't hear Law yet. Let's just still having a look at Why Not Sean making his way go through. Well, looks like Law's mic is muted.
Hello.
Where the heck have you been? I invited you on your other account.
Yeah, well, maybe I haven't. Yeah, I probably should have told you. Well, with GT7 coming out, I'm going to race on my Law 226 account because I want to get my platinum. I want to get the trophies and all that kind of stuff on my normal account. So I think I might be going back to this, but anyway, it was the first one to log on to anyway. Anyway, sorry everyone. Hello, how's everyone doing?
Yeah, it's been a while since we last...
12 years.
Yeah, I know. Do you know, it just kind of rung a bell just now that I think the last time we raced at this track was at the... well, not I raced at this track, but when we commentated, I believe it was... At this track, it was the 3-hour endurance race, and you were the co-commentator with me for this one. So that's pretty ironic that we're back here again and commentating at this track again.
Back here as well. It's also the scene of the flashback champs. We were here during I think the last race for that, where I clinched my championship, and yeah, so it's good to be back. It's an interesting circuit. I have to say, Lobby A is unbelievably stacked. It's crazy. I know. So I'm in Lobby A, viewers. So I've been keeping an eye. I've been online for the past 15 minutes. So I have been looking. I don't know if you've introduced the viewers to all of the drivers that are here, but yeah, we got Inman.
I think I did. Yeah.
We got Inman's returned. So we got Inman and we got Stephen, Hallex, obviously Rascal. So we got a good amount of. Oh, and Inman's just got a half-a-second penalty on his flying lap, actually. That's interesting. So, yeah. Well, we got a lot of big heavy hitters, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was just about to say, because I was saying last week there, because with Hallex just winning the first race in dominant fashion, I think I was saying to, like, on the stream, please, Inman, come back, and I think our answers have been rewarded.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's prompted him to come back, but maybe it's because Chili's come back. Because Chili's come back to Gran Turismo 7 because he bought it. So, maybe Gran GT7, despite its online lobby system being completely and utterly broken, it is bringing back some new people, some old people.
Well,
so yeah.
Lovely moment there for Jake Melling there, as his car's more like a rally car. And
I've just seen that on the stream.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So Jake then kind of struggling. I wonder if I don't know if there's a problem with his car. I don't know.
So the setup of so I think is everyone doing one flying lap basically.
Well, that was what I was going to say to you. Because with this track being so wide, it's so long. Like, is it best to put in that? Well, yeah, so am I. Probably I'm more wider than you, probably, because I eat a lot. Yeah. But that was the question I was wanting to pose to you. Do you think doing a fuel burn so you could do only one lap, or 2 laps would be the safest option? Bearing in mind, if you do 1 lap, you've got to nail every corner. Whereas 2 laps, at least you've got a banker lap to lie on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a different strategy. I guess the problem is with Lessarth is that it's very, very easy to get a penalty, especially in the first sector and then at Dunlop. So it depends how confident you are about making a lap. I mean, La Bomba Negra, for example, has done a 3:57 in this lobby, which, yeah, so that's a fast lap. So he's gone for 2 laps. Yeah, the problem is obviously with the tire wear being 8 times that if you, I mean, I'm looking at La Bomba right now and he's on his 2nd flying lap and his tires are about maybe 10-20% worn. So yeah, he's going to have a bit of an issue. There's Steven. So Steven's gone. Yeah, he's done 1 flying lap now. So he's. I think he must be going for 2 laps. So he's done a 3:56.9. But yeah, his tires are a little bit done actually. So it'd be interesting to see if he goes quicker. But yeah, and we got people like Hallex, Inman, Rasco. They're all doing what seems to be 1 flying lap because they're just fuel burning the whole way.
Oh, Tedicus running, just missing the apex there at Mosan. So far, 2nd quickest though for him. I'll give you a rundown then in Lobby B. So Techno Guy is fastest of all. Oh, Fubar's just joined the room. He has got a 2-second advantage though over Why Not Sean, who has only just managed to put his car in 2nd. Eternicus, who we were looking at then, in 3rd. 4th place is Venom Smink with a 4-minute 2:4.30. Metcalf in 5th. 4-minute 4:4.60, just a 10th quicker than DD Ranger in the AMG Mercedes. And Foxicated is 7th. Jake Melling, who had his crazy moments there. All Zebras picked up a 4:10 penalty, which will probably be the end of his qualifying, unfortunately. But he said Jake is in 8th with a 4:05.562. The Machine in 6th, who's done a 4:22, but I'm guessing he was fuel burning, so he's going for a 1-lap run. As well as Matty, and he's just making his way in towards the Ford chicane. So he hasn't posted a lap time yet, but we'll keep an eye on him in just a few seconds. Defiant in 11th, Zanzibar in 12th, Wiley, who has got a tow from Metcalf, so this will help him actually, getting a tow from Metcalf, who is still running in P13, but hasn't posted a time yet. Slimmy Cam there in 14th, and there is Fubar, who has just gone out onto the track. Now let's see what Matty is doing. Let's see, where is he? He's just making his way now towards... Oh no, that is the Ford chicane, my apologies. So let's see what time he does. Oh, that was an outlap, my apologies. Anyway, what's going on then in Lobby A?
Yeah, so we have Hallex and Inman seemingly on hot laps. Hallex has decided to actually stay out and he's done, so this is his 3rd lap, as his flying lap. As opposed to Inman, who seems to have pitted. So I don't think he's not quite on his hot lap just yet. But yeah, so no fast times have been really set so far. No further times to report.
Sorry there, you caught me off guard. I was just finishing drinking my orange juice here. Looking at it, Techno Guy.
I apologise.
I thought there would have been times to post it in. Techno Guy sliding his way out of the Ford chicane. And no wonder he wanted to put this track on there, because, well, you can see he's fastest at the moment there with a 3-minute 58.766. So we could probably see Techno Guy into the Lobby A event, not unless if he goes a little bit quicker though. But this will be his last lap though. Oh, and in fact he's pretty much parked it. He's done for qualifying. So
just something to flag. Inman's just started his flying lap, so given that it's a 15-minute qualifying session, he's not going to be done until about 17-18 minutes in. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit longer than the normal 15 minutes. But yeah, that's really interesting actually. So Inman has really played an absolute blinder, because he's basically right to the last, going to be the last person on track. Hallex is coming around the final sector, so I'll report on his fastest time here as he comes through the corners. Obviously, viewers cannot see this. It is a lap on the edge. He's got just under 25% fuel left, so he is fuel burned to the max. No penalties, I don't think, so far. Seems to hit the last few chicanes completely fine. Coming around the last corner, skips over the curb and comes across the line to do a 35.9, 1 second quicker than Steven.
Oh, just seems to maybe
Inman. Inman on his flying lap. He's got a 2.5 second penalty.
So Inman might not make it. And again,
No.
it's like I was saying. Do you go for a banker lap, or do you go for the 2 laps, or do you go for the 1 lap? He tried the 1 lap, and it failed.
He's gone for broke, and he has played it wrong. He has gotten I think he must have got that penalty. Probably, I just cut to him, and he had a 2.5 second penalty. But yeah, put all his chips on one number, and it's come up blank. Rascal has done a 55.2. And it looks like I think he might have got slipped from Baldy towards the end of that sector, but Rascal's done a 55.2 and is on provisional pole. So I think he's actually got time to actually do another lap. Yes, and that reminds me, I need to tell everyone it's end of quali. But yeah, Rascal, Boris has come in 200s slower than Rascal, so he is second. So Alex is down to third. Now that's a turnout for the books. So, yeah, so we got Rascal on a 55.2, currently fastest. Boris on 55.289. I don't know if he crossed the line, if he has time enough to finish. I actually think they're all going for actually another lap, actually. So that's interesting. I don't know what Inman's going to do here, because he's carrying a 2.5 second penalty, and he's past the 2 Mulsanne straight. So I don't know what he's going to do. He's going purple. He's 1.6 seconds quicker, but I don't see what use is that when he's got 2.5 second penalty.
It's under a cloud for him.
I mean, unless he wants to just cross the line and just take the 2.5 second burn. It depends. Is he going to make? If he kind of goes at this rate, he'll probably get a 357, probably a 358, maybe a 357. So I don't know. Would that? Well, we'll have to find out how it all shakes out.
Well, there's still been some movers and shakers in Lobby B, because the leaderboard is somewhat changed just a teensy bit. Techno Guy is still on the pole, but that 2.1 second advantage that he had is completely demolished now, because Matty's got into second with a 3:59.674. Why not Sean? It's still changing over time. Why not Sean? Then down to third. Defiant has just crossed the line in 4th place with a 4:06.19. The machine was briefly in P3 at the time, but he's now down to 5th. Etericus in 6th. Venom Snake down to 7th. He was previously 5th. Zanzibar was previously 6th. He's down to 8th. And still no time on what Fubar is going to do. Looks like Fubar's just packed it in.
So, can I just say, Inman, with that penalty, so without the penalty, he would have had a 3:53.
Oh, wow.
He would have gone nearly 2 seconds quicker. If I've just read that right, he was going 2 seconds quicker. So his lap with the 2.5 second penalty is a 55.7. And he's faster than Alex, even with the penalty. So he's gone into 3rd place. Like, that is absolutely absurd pace. That is insane.
Yeah, yeah.
I take my cap off to that. He got a 2.5 second penalty, and he's still 3rd in Lobby A. Absolutely, it's absurd. I'll just finish off Le Bombe coming. Oh, sorry.
So Slimmy Cam has just dumped it on the pole with a 3:56.597. So Slimmy Cam, who had fuel burned, who did the 1 lap stint, is paid off for him, because he's done a 3:56.597, and he was now 2.1 seconds quicker than Techno Guy. So stunning lap time for Slimmy. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, no. I'm still slightly in awe at Inman, like what he just did there. That's absurd. I'm just checking to see if anyone's doing any laps. No, Boris seems to be just driving around for some reason. I don't know if there's no way he's on a flyer. Is he on a flyer? Is Boris on a flyer?
Was he not late into the lobby?
I've no idea, but he's on a flyer. Actually, so I'm going to keep an eye on Boris. He's coming round the last few corners. Yeah, so he's coming through the last couple of corners. He might actually sneak pole here, actually, Boris, because he was purple in like the last sector. He's definitely going for it. So he's coming across the line. 3:52, 3:53, 54, 55. Oh, got a 55.3, just ever so slightly slower than his previous lap. Interiors pops up into 5th. And we're just waiting for the last stragglers to come across the line. Rascal is fuel burning for some reason. Yeah, so everybody's finished. Okay, so Lobby A has officially finished. So we got La Rascal on pole with a 55.262. That's an excellent time. We have Boris in the Supra with a 355.289. So he's 200 slower than Rascal, which is a fantastic job from him. And we got Inman with an unbelievable time of 55.7 with a 2.5 second penalty. It's just stunning. Hallex got a 55.9, although, I mean, it has to be said, he's in the Beetle, which is not the greatest car for this circuit. Mm-hmm. But he still got a 55.9, so he starts 4th place. Stephen seems to have done his best time, I think, on his first flying lap, so I don't think that was the most optimal way he could have done that. But yeah, he's a second slower than Hallex. We got Interiors in 6th, Kevlaro in 7th, Bomba in 8th, Nico in 9th, Crow to 10th, Baldy in 11th, Thunderpig in 12th, and Goofy in 13th spot, although he's exited to the pits. But yeah, so we'll see how everything shakes out.
And for Lobby B, we've got Slibby Cam with that late qualifying. Got him onto the pub with a 356.597. Techno Guy, excuse me there, 358.766. ARC Matty, the gatekeeper, in 3rd, 359.674. He was 9 thousandths quicker than Why Not Sean in the Toyota Defiant, where the first time into the 4 minutes, followed by the Machine, who was just about 4.5 tenths slower than that. Eternicus, 402.237. He was just about 2 tenths quicker than Venom Snake in the first of the Jags in this lobby, 4:02.430. Infoxicated, 4:02.733. Zanzibar, 4:02.928. Followed by Metcalf with a 4:02.958. Then we should have Wiley in P12 with a 4:03.229. Then DD Ranger, 4:04.591. Jake Melling. Oh no, 4:04.591 for DD Ranger. Then Jake Melling in the Corvette, 4:05.562. And then Fubar, who only had just joined the lobby with about 2 minutes to go, has just decided not to set a time. Law Eldorado Dragons was saying in the chat here that Inman did a 352.9 earlier today. So I think it's definitely more than capable he can do into the 52s. I did see in the practice, though, I mean, to be fair, I did join Lobby A quite late, though. I did see Inman did post into the 55s with that, what you're saying in the Beetle, but you did say that that car's not going to be very good around Le Mans.
No, it's not. It's excellent for Kyoto, obviously, as we've seen, but yeah, it just doesn't have the grunt down the straight compared to definitely compared to the Aston, Supra, and the Jag. Yes, we're just having a bit of a discussion behind the scenes about Inman's participation in this lobby, because we don't actually have a sort of a specific rule about what happens if you get a penalty in a qualifying session. Because usually it's not really a problem, because usually when you cross the line with a penalty, you're usually a lot slower. So we've not really ever had this situation where somebody has such a significant penalty but still is in the top 3. So yeah, bear with us, viewers. We'll bring it to you as soon as we got it.
The same can be said for Zanzibar, because when I seen him about 2 minutes to go, and Zanzibar had improved his lap time, but during that lap time, he did actually have a 4/10 of a second penalty. So I think he should also be up for discussion too. Not to be a grass or anything like that, but I did notice that he did have a penalty above his name. But he did improve up to I think it was as high as 6th place though. But obviously he's now shuffled down to 10th. So I don't know what's going to happen with Zanzibar's time, if that's going to be if his 4:02 will still be allowed, or will he have to settle for his first time, which means he'll probably be down the pecking order with his first time.
Indeed. I'm just going to briefly take a 3-minute break, if that's okay, and then I'll come back. That's okay.
All right then. So Law having his duties there though, but I mean, look at that lap time for Slimmy Cam, obviously wanting to show some redemption after the disqualification in the first race at Kyoto 2 weeks ago by getting disqualified by putting on 2 sets of soft tyres. But yeah, that's definitely setting out a marker there. 3:56.597. That was about 1 second slower than what Hallex was doing in the Beetle when I just joined that Lobby A practice. So Slippy Cam, for me, could definitely make the the Lobby A show again. Probably Techno Guy. I don't know about Matty, though. I'm not too sure if his time would be good enough, though. Not to sound bad or anything like that. But, I mean, still, 3 minute 59, 674 is still quite a good lap time. Is it good enough, though, to make Lobby A? We're not too sure, but we're still just waiting for confirmation about what Inman's time, if it's going to go, if it's getting the go-ahead, because obviously, the 2.5 second penalty. Yeah, I'm just still trying to see in the chat here what's going on. Oh, Fubar's late saying he's got birthday drinks. So I'm guessing it was Fubar's birthday. Yeah, Inman's just saying in the chat there, would the time be disallowed or what? We're not too sure, but I tell you what, if Inman makes Lobby B, then yeah, that's Techno Guy's not going to probably be winning Lobby B. Speaking of Techno Guy, he had a very good result last week at Kyoto, just dominating the race by 8 seconds over Infoxicated. Why Not Sean ended up finishing in third, which would be a solid effort there for Why Not Sean, considering that his connection wasn't particularly great last week. Well, he does struggle to come in there. This is the results from the Lobby B race 2 weeks ago at Kyoto. DD Ranger finished in 4th position. He said he was actually very happy to finish in 4th, because I think he said he started at the back of the field. So for him to finish in 4th place is still a great result for him. Defiant in 5th. And then followed by BDZ APA, who I don't see in this race tonight, unfortunately. So BDZ not going to be able to make it, which his name was on the list, actually. But looks like he's not there. WR Metcalf finished in 7th place, ahead of Zanzibar in the Porsche. Venom Snake QZ finished in 9th position, followed by the Dotum. Also to mention too, hope you are feeling better. The Dotum, we've seen what we saw. We saw what you said in the post on the Discord chat. Hope you're going to be feeling a lot better for come 2 weeks time for the next round. Fubar in 11th, followed by Jake Melling, and in the last two, Eternicus and the Rookie Machine. So, any news then on Inman's time, or what? In fact, actually, go back to the Lobby A. What was the slowest time in Lobby A?
Slowest time in Lobby A. I'm sorry, viewers. 401. No, that can't be right. Is that serious? Did Thunder Pig really do that? A 401.72?
Oh well, I mean, if that's the case, then it could be in actually. What about the next slowest?
Well, I don't know whether it's Goofy, because Goofy has exited, so I can't really see his time. I didn't catch his time. Baldy did a 3:59.8.
Oh, so Matty's actually quicker. 3:59.6 for him. So yeah, and again, it's just Inman's time. Is it still going to be allowed, or what? Or if he's going to have to race in Lobby B? That's what they're all discussing for. I mean, if Inman's allowed to be in Lobby A during that time, then for sure, in a way, he'll beat Alex for sure.
Obviously, what we're trying to consider here is you are meant to burn your penalty within the lap. Usually, there's just no precedence for this. This has never happened before. What you're obviously just trying to consider is this. Obviously, we could put him to the back of Lobby A, but in a way, because if we put him down to Lobby B, then obviously
that's just going to be a one-horse show. That's just it's pretty much going to be.
So you're kind of you're ruining the race for Lobby B, but then also you have to consider if we keep him in Lobby A, then obviously first place in Lobby B would rightfully feel like they should be in A. So obviously whoever's polled, was that Slimmy Cam? Yeah, Slimmy Cam in Lobby A could potentially, be in Lobby A if Inman got demoted. So it's just a lot to consider. We haven't had this kind of, as I said, I don't think we've ever had this problem before. There's never been an issue where somebody gets a big penalty like that and still sticks it in the top 3. It's never happened before. So stick with us. I'm getting the feeling that we're probably just going to keep him in Lobby A, and then put him to the back. I think that probably seems the most sensible solution. I think maybe letting him be P3 with a penalty may be a bit disingenuous. But let's see. We'll see what we can do.
Well, I hope they can make a decision somewhat soon anyways. Go on.
Yeah, just to confirm that Goofy did a 38.5. So he definitely wasn't last. So in terms of the slowest in Lobby A, it's Thunder with a 401.7. I'm assuming he got a penalty and burned it. So yeah, and then Baldy. So Baldy is kind of the next slowest with a 59.8. So I'd imagine Baldy's probably down into B. Crow did a 59.0. So yeah, they're definitely a fair bit slower than Nico, who is in 9th with a 35.0. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, that's quite interesting you're saying that Thunderpig, if he had picked up a penalty and then burned it, whereas Inman had a penalty and didn't burn it. So...
Yeah. It could be what we do. Obviously, it's a bit tricky because Inman is obviously a reserve, and he's obviously a sort of a one-time entry into the series. We can't really just give him a grid pen for like the next race, because normally any kind of qualifying infractions are generally the penalised post-race, so you would get a penalty. Usually that would only happen if in the case of, say, if you got in the way of somebody, or you block someone on the flying lap, those kind of things. We usually punish them through grid penalties. So yeah, it's a tricky one because Inman's obviously a reserve, so giving him a grid penalty probably isn't fair to the rest of the full-time entrants into the series. So we'll see.
It's a bit of a pickle, isn't it? It really is a bit of a pickle for the stewards to discuss on that.
What would you do if you're Michael Massey? What would you do?
Oh, this is a motor race. No, I don't know. That is a tough one to call. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you've put me in this position now, and I don't like it.
Well, I mean, you can imagine if you're Michael Massey, what do you do here? Do you let them race? Do you let are you FOM and you're wanting the viewers, you're wanting the millions of people tuning in, or do you do maybe the fair thing and the right thing, either demoting him to the back of the grid or putting him into lobby, or disqualifying him or putting him into B?
I would probably demote him to the back of the field anyways. I mean, it'll be amazing to see what Inman can do standing at the back of the pack. But yeah, it's a tough one to call. It really is such.
A decision is out, so we've kept him in 3rd place.
Oh, you've kept him. Okay.
Yeah. So they've kept him in 3rd place. So that is the official time. I'll go through. So the grids have been published.
Yep.
So we have confirmed that Rascal's on pole. The privateer entry in the Vantage. We have Boris in the Red Bull Racing team in the Toyota Supra, with only, as aforementioned, only 200s down on Rascals. That's an excellent time. We have Inman, controversially, privateer entry in the Jaguar F-Type Group 3 with a 55.7. Then we got Hallex down in 4th. I would say surprisingly, but actually not really, given he's in the Beetle. So it would be tough from here to see what he can do. But let's see. Slimmy Cam. Yeah. Look at that. Yep. Slimmy Cam is up into 5th place in the Vantage with a 36.57. That is an incredible time. Well done, Slimmy. That is what a turnout. I mean, we did joke in the server that he's been practicing like mad for the 400 lap champs, and we were joking that we should just rename the 400 lap championship chat to just Slimmy chat, because he's just in there all the time doing practicing. So he must be practicing like hell for this. So yeah, fantastic. Fair play to him. He is faster than Stephen, who's in 6th in the BMW M6. We got the interiors in the Red Bull Racing team in the Supra in 7th. We got Kevlaro in 8th in the Baldinardi Racing in the AMG. Then we got Bomba, Nico, Goofy, Techno, Crew, and Matty. So we got Techno in Lobby A. He's going to be streamed.
Yeah, Techno is going to be streamed. And I just noticed that why not Sean and Matty had a little bit of a chat in the Gr.3 chat saying you beat me by 9 thousandths. Well, Matty's made the streamed event and why not Sean has just missed it. So, yeah. But, I mean, why not? I mean, Sean's going to start on the pole in Lobby B, followed by the Baldy one, who missed out on Lobby A, Defiant, The Machine, Thunder Pig. Thunder Pig will be disappointed by that time, I think, surely, because, I mean, that he had such an incredible debut in the Lobby the streamed event 2 weeks ago to finish up there in P5, and I bet he'll be disappointed in starting P5 in Lobby B. Eternicus in 6th, Venom Snake 7th, in Intoxicated, then Zanzibar, WR Metcalf, Wiley, DD Ranger, Jake Melling, and Fubar. That completes the field. But yeah, I mean, Slimmy Cam P5. Yeah, by far the way his best ever qualifying, and also as well to Larasco. It's his eighth appearance in the Gr.3 Championship, and his previous best qualifying has been a 4th on 2 occasions, both at Kyoto and at Lago Maggiore. So he's broken that record, and he's got his first ever pole.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Well done to him. I mean, obviously he's been, I think he's been pushing it in the Enduro Series and the 400 lap championship, but he's obviously been used to winning a couple of races, so this is his first time, really his biggest chance to win a Gr.3 championship. I'm also going to briefly leave the lobby because I need to change my internet onto my wired connection to maximize the connection, so just so I don't break out or anything. So I will be right back in a few minutes. Sorry, this is most unprofessional, but I will be back very quickly.
There we go. So Lob will come back in a couple of minutes then. So yeah, Rascal, first ever pole in his 8th attempt in terms of, well, in the Gr.3 Championship. His best finish has been a 4th on 3 occasions at Alsace, Kyoto and at Tokyo. So Rascal not only to try and get into the podium for the first time, but also trying to get a win. Boris Bourne, 2nd race of the season, and that is his 2nd pole position, so he ties his best ever qualifying.
I'm back, by the way. Hello, everyone.
Oh, you're back. All right, okay, hello. Yeah, and then Inman making a return back to the series. This will be his 11th race. Only got one. Oh no, my apologies. He should have 2 wins to his name. I forgot. I forget now. Oh, I forgot. I've completely forgotten. Yeah, but anyways, Inman then in 3rd. Hallex will start in P4, as you said, and Slimmy Cam, which is, well, his best qualifying was 2 weeks ago, where he qualified 11th on Kyoto. So for him to start 5th in this race will be great going for him. Stephen in 6th in the BMW. Then the interiors, that's his best qualifying. Beats oh no, sorry, my apologies, that's 1 position lower than what he did 2 weeks ago. Kevlaro in 8th, the only Baldonardi racing car in the field. Of course, the body one's going to be starting on the front row in Lobby B. You were speaking as well about the 400 lap endurance race. I believe that's happening this Saturday, next Saturday, I believe it is. I think what track is it? Is it Spa?
Yes,
I think it's at Spa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was about to say, unfortunately, I won't be there commentating on it because I will be down home from Thursday and then coming back on the Monday, so I won't be commentating on that. So we're hoping to get that one streamed. I don't know just who's going to be brave enough to commentate 80 laps around Spa.
I mean, it's probably not going to be me, but weirder things have happened. But yeah. Where's home for you again? Is it Hartlepool or is it Scotland?
No, I was born in Hartlepool, but I call Hartlepool my home because I was born there.
So are you going to Hartlepool? Or are you going?
Yeah, I'm going there because I've got family down there, and plus I'll be watching football down there too. So yeah.
Lovely. How are the big Hartlepool doing?
I think they've done all right for the return back into Football League. You know, we had a giant killing run in the FA Cup. before getting, actually, because you're a Man United fan, because we actually finished ahead of you, actually, so that's pretty cool.
Right, really? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's not really hard these days. Honestly, they're absolutely woeful.
Oh yeah, but no, we giant count away up into the fourth round. Then I think on Wednesday we're playing in the semi-finals of the EFL Cup. So if we get through that round, we're playing at Wembley.
Wow, that is some trip. That'd be fantastic.
I will be, yeah. I will be.
The big pull. So to viewers, we're talking about football, but this is the stock check. So this is just them doing a practice one lap race, I think. Aren't we meant to?
Yeah, it's a stock check. It's just a stock check.
I thought. Oh yeah, because it's a 4-minute race. 4 minute.
I think they're just all just checking to see if all the cars are away, which I think they all are, except for Stephen, because he's left already.
Yeah, Stephen's left, yeah.
Yeah, I think Stephen had this sort of problem last week as well. Like he had that pit glitch. So
there seems to be something weird going on with Irish people in Gran Turismo. It's really weird, but yeah, we have this issue with another series. I cannot mention them, but the Irish fellas in that server don't really seem to be connecting very well. It's a bit strange. So yeah, I don't know whether it's the dodgy leprechauns doing something. I just kind of want to pay attention actually to the tyre choices, because it's probably worth saying this whilst everyone's on the grid and we can see all of their tyres. So it looks like everyone's on mediums with the exception of Goofy, Techno, Crow. I think sort of a couple of guys towards the back are using softs, but yeah, everyone seems to be starting a medium, so that's good.
Oh, of course, they'll be doing the double file here, isn't it? Yes, of course. From hindsight, looking back at the last time we raced here, yeah, they were doing the start finish, like they were just going the rolling grid at this part, weren't they? I'm sure they were.
Yeah. So are they doing? Oh yeah. So they're doing a practice rolling start and then they're racing to the Mulsanne corner and then exiting. So, right. So that's what they're doing here. Okay. Good to know. So, I wonder, so the strategy for this race seems to be, so obviously with these championship rules, you can only use the softs once. And softs will not last very long at all in this race, and I'm not sure there's going to be a huge advantage running the softs at any point in this race, really. And you're going to get one really good lap out of them, and then they're just going to kind of fall off. So my question is, do you have to run the softs in this championship?
Not necessarily. No, I mean, Slimmy can fell into the... No, not really. I mean, you can if you want to.
Yeah, it just says you just have one set of softs. That's all you have. So you don't necessarily need to. I wonder if maybe the strat would be from the top guys, because it's probably going to be, what, 10 laps, I think this race will probably be. So
yeah, about roughly 10.
Yeah, so... I don't think I'd run the softs. If I was running this race, I don't think I'd run the softs. I don't think there's much point, because there's going to be a massive pit loss here as well. So that is a dream start for Roscoe, by the way. If he got that in the real race, that's...
Oh wow, look at the mess behind him though. Look at that, they're like 4 wide. It's like NASCAR on a super speedway here. Look at that.
Yeah. That's mad. Well, I mean, if you're Slimmy or... Yeah, if you're Slimmy, you're like, where the hell? That's a poor start. Let's hope he doesn't recreate that in the actual race. Okay, and they all go plowing into the barrier. That's good.
Yeah, as if that was planned.
No, well, Techno's just carried on because he wants to actually lead a race for once.
Oh, he just went. Oh, he's disappeared. I was just about to show him as well, but no, they all seem to disappear. Right, come on, let's get all of them out then. So
yeah, here, look, weirder things have happened.
Yeah, indeed. So there we go then. So
well, I mean, I know it's controversial that Inman is third in this race, but I think from the to take an FOM sort of F1 look at these things, we got the entertainment. However, that said, I mean, if he could pull out a 353, like, he's going to walk this.
But bear in mind, though, that was on the soft tyres, though. Bear in mind, and the softs won't be good around here. It's probably only good for like 2 laps, and then it's done.
Well, it's can he replicate that pace on the mediums and hards? But we know Inman, he can. I suppose to kind of briefly explain to people why we're a bit excited about him starting is because he sort of retired from sim racing.
Mm-hmm.
So he sort of retired from actually just doing any kind of racing to focus on his studies, which is, of course, the sensible thing to do.
And also some rubbish sport called squash as well. I mean, who watches squash? Anyway, carry on.
I've heard squash. Yeah, I've not played squash, but
I did one time. It was pretty fun.
There's another sport called padel, which I want to try out, which apparently is like squash mixed with tennis. But anyway, so he went and did all of that kind of stuff. So it was a bit of a shock to have. I think it's a bit equivalent to having Senna and Prost and, racing together like they did like the 1992, 1990, 1991 season. And then it's like Prost then saying, nah, I'm done. Stop now. And then Senna just completely destroys or a bit like this season, it's like Verstappen won, and then going into next season, Verstappen's like, yeah, I'm done. So, well, it'd be more like Hamilton being done because Inman's older than Alex, but not by many years.
Not by too much, though. I don't think so. I mean, I think Alex, I'm guessing he's coming for like 20 this year. With his games have been 02 at the back.
Not for us to speculate on ages of people in this. We are all equal racers.
Well, yeah. I mean, as you see La Bomba Negra 19, he'll be turning 3 this year.
Yeah. Who's the old? I think the oldest person who races with us is probably.
I think I want to say Crow because he sounds quite old.
No, Crow. No. I think it's definitely Wiley. Wiley and Baldy.
Yeah, Riley. Yeah.
Anyway, we were talking about Inman. So Inman retired, and now he's back for some reason. So, yeah, let's see how he gets on. But he clearly hasn't lost any speed.
Quite clearly not. Yeah, he's kept that quiet though, hasn't he? He didn't say anything in the chat about it.
Yeah, he just popped in. So
yeah,
hey, look, it's a good thing. I think the race would have been good otherwise. This is still another stuck check, by the way, for Stephen.
Oh, was it? I thought it was a start.
No. So it's another stuck check because Stephen exited. Yeah, I know. Hey, at least it's only a 40-minute race and not a 2-hour race.
No, yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Now let's see if Stephen get underway. Yeah, he just about can. Yep. Indeed, he's away. Right. Stephen's trying to force his way through the middle of the whole pack. Yep, so we're all good then. So yeah, they're just going through the, tech resistant. Yep. Oh, hello, look at all that mess. Oh, hello.
There you go.
Right then, so Stephen's got moving. Now we can get the race underway. So if you were a betting man, who would you go for? Would you want to go for your... Are you still living with Rascal, by the way? Would you go for your housemate, or would you go for Inman?
I mean, just because I'm living with him doesn't mean I have to support him in a race. Also, I'm a commentator, so I need to be completely unbiased. So, I mean, it would be great to see him win his first race in Gr.3. I think he's got the pace. He's in a very good car. Wasn't there somebody that was meant to be in the Corvette in this race?
Goofy's in the Corvette.
Only Goofy.
Goofy and Techno.
Trey wasn't Trey in the Corvette?
Trey Meister was in the Corvette, yeah, but he's not racing tonight.
He would have been a contender, wouldn't he? For sure. So yeah, I would. It really, really depends. I mean, that will be quite interesting. I think it's going to be a race between Roscoe and Inman, and with Inman's pace in the Jag, that'll be something to look out for. I think it will. Yeah, I think there's probably going to be one stop in this race, and I think it's probably going to come down to a matter of fuel saving and how much. I wonder, would it be? I suppose because you'd be in somebody's slipstream and you want to kind of fuel save, and then you want to kind of jump on the pit stop because you want to be out of someone's slip as well. Yeah, I would definitely say Hallex is. I mean, Hallex could definitely spring a surprise or two. He was really, really, like, if you remember last season in Alsace, and what he did in the Aston was pretty insane. To keep take it to Inman and Stephen.
Alsace, Alsace, that very race.
Yeah, Sassy, and so he was really good. So who knows, he could spring a surprise. I mean, Boris could also be, in the Super, that is going to have an absolutely rapid top speed in the slip. and we know the Supra is good. Well, it's just an all-round fantastic car. I would say on Boris, though, and what he should really look out for in the Supra is that on traction, it is really, it's a bit sketchy. And there's quite a few traction zones where, you know, on this track where you sort of, it's kind of like those kind of heavy braking corners, and then, you know, it's all about maximizing traction, getting on the power as quickly as possible. And the Supra is just, it's a bit of a handful. So hopefully Boris has got, he's got that under. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm interested to see what Slimmy's going to do, actually. I wonder what his final position's going to be. Because he's in a really good car for this track, and he's got pace. So I wonder if he can consolidate 6th place. I don't think he's going to beat the likes of Alex and him and Stephen, but weirder things have happened.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. He's starting 5th on the grid, actually, not 6th, though. But yeah, I was just saying there early on in the stream there, Slimmy's trying to get some redemption after what happened last week when he got disqualified by having 2 sets of soft racing with 2 new sets of soft tyres on him, which he didn't go into the pits to rectify the mistake. He just kept on going out there. So Slimmy wants to get a good result here and hopefully get his confidence back come the next race meeting, round 3 in 2 weeks' time, or even the 400 lap endurance race. But we're getting ready then for the second race. Finally, the start checks have been all ready. And this is how the starting grid looks like then. Rascal, first time pole position for him. Second then for Boris, Inman, Halleck, Slimmy, Stephen. The interiors, Kevlaro, Bomba, Nico in 9th, followed by Goofy, Techno Guy, Crow, and Matty. Only Techno Guy and Crow starting on the softs in this as well. Just to notice there too. Let me just check just in case there. So yeah, Techno Guy in the softs and Crow also on the softs. Everyone else is on mediums.
Yeah, and I would say that starting on the mediums is completely sensible. I would say I don't think being on the softs is of any advantage in this race whatsoever, but we will find out. I have not done one single lap of practice in this race. All of these guys have practiced. So to explain,
it's because we're too busy playing GT7. That's what we'll be.
I actually downloaded it. I haven't even played it yet. I haven't even bloody opened it yet because. Yeah, busy man, you know. I downloaded it because it's about 120 billion gigabytes, so so it's just about finished downloading. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, we're going to get them going onto the Mulsanne straight, and they are going to be filing up, I think at the end of the first Mulsanne, and then they go through the chicane, and then they go from one of the Marshall posts, if I remember correctly. That's
I think they go after the first chicane on the backstretch here, so it'll be the PlayStation chicane, and then they'll go double file, and then they'll get the race underway. Yeah. So Rascal, all the drivers will put their fuel mixtures up to 6. As you can see there, Rascal up to 6th gear to try and save as much fuel as he can. And then we will get this 40-minute race underway, which is already down to 38 minutes. At least they're not doing a full lap then, because they would have probably been down to about 32 minutes with this.
We could any racing at that rate. Like, I mean,
hello.
It's going back to 40-minute races is it's a bit short, isn't it? But back old school, back to season 4 sets.
Back to season, which was for me the best race, the best series that we've had so far. So the field then just making their way into the first of the chicanes, and then it will go into double file, and then as always, the pole sitter can dictate the pace when he'll get going. What are the penalty bands on this track again? I forget.
I'll check for you.
I forgot.
I'll let you call the start, and then I'll come in a bit later.
Right, okay then. So Rascal will start on the pole, followed by Boros. Now they will go into double file formation. Inman, Hallex, those two will reunite their battle from Season 5 and a bit of Season 4 as well. Slimmy Cam in 5th. Stephen in the BMW 6th. Interior 7th. Kevlaro in 8th. Lots of different manufacturers in the field there. Lexus, Jags, Mercedes, Aston Martins, Volkswagen, the Beetles, loads of manufacturers in this race. And here we go then. Rascal gets the pedal to the metal, and we are underway for the second race then of the season. And Inman is already improved up at the second position. Boris just like he will call a little bit snapping off the start. Stimmy Cam already in the Aston trying to go on the inside of Inman as they go into the second of the chicane at the Michelin chicane. Please make it be nice and tidy through there. Who was that? Kamikaze in their way through. Was that Goofy in the Chevy? Yeah, he's got a 2.37.
Boris is down to 7. That's who it is in the Red Bull Racing. Boris is down to 8th place. That's a disaster.
and Goofy just picked. Yeah, I just seen her. Oh, and Slimmy Cams has got a penalty as well. But I was just looking at a replay. It was Goofy. Yeah, just Goofy. He just smashes right into the interiors. Boris actually shortcutted the Michelin chicane, so that's why he fell down the pecking order. But it was Goofy. He just smashed into the back of the interiors, and he's fallen all the way down to last position.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Who was that big jumper? That was Slimmy Cam. I just seen him have a massive jump at Mulsanne. He just clipped the sausage curve a bit too hard there.
Battle for the lead here. Rascal and Inman. And Inman is through into the lead. So he just had a little bit of slipstream there and he's gone into the lead of the race. So that's happened much quicker than I thought. Now, can Rascal get back into him? I think this is going to be a tricky place to overtake. He's not going to send it, is he? But Inman's going to go defensive. And will he try and send it down the inside?
Look at the field, the cars there. It's going into Arnage, and Rascal has a look at the inside. But thanks for over there. Stephen, I'm out a bit to P3. Halleck still holding there in 4th position. The interior's there in 5th. Looks like the incident with Boris hasn't affected him whatsoever. Kevlaro in 6th. Boris then, who was 2nd on the grid, he's down to P7. And Nico in a fine 8th place. And I think you've got Tetra Guy running in 9th.
First place again. And he's going through around the outside. Through
going
this
into
corner.
the Porsche cabs. A lot of respect between these two, and he's through, I think. He's through. What a pass from Rascal.
Fantastic move. And this gives Stephen a little bit of, well, there's going to be no overtaking here, but that was a fantastic move. Obviously had the slip from the next straight, and that was a really good move. Round the outside, held it. Obviously, full tanks, but optimum amount of optimum amount of tire grip available to them, so that was available to him. Now, will Inman try and send it down into the final chicane here? I don't think he would. He should probably just tuck under his under the back of his car and try and get him down the Mulsanne straight. I was just about to say, I noticed that Slimmy, in his incident, he also picked up a penalty early on in the race. And Interiors has got a 2-second penalty as well. Just to explain the penalty burning, he should be burning his penalty here and then down the Mulsanne straight as well. So it's basically every time there's a straight, it's a penalty burn zone.
So we've got 6 different manufacturers then in the 6th position so far. Aston Martin leads the way over from Jag, BMW, Volkswagen. Then you've got the Toyota of Interiors. Oh, and Stevens also copped the penalty as well. He's got a half a second penalty as well. I mean, this track is so
unfair. That's going to hurt him massively. That's going to hurt massively all the way down the Mulsanne straight because he's going to have to burn that.
Not as much as the Interiors, though, with that 1.9 second penalty. So he's going to fall down the pecking order too.
That's massively frustrating for Stephen because he's now in the slip of Inman and Rascal. And now, he's going to have to burn that. He's going to fall way behind now. That's a shame. Let's see what Inman's going to do to Rascal. Inman's going round the, what will turn about to be into the inside of the chicane, and he's taking it through. Are they just going to go back and forth here, I think?
I think, yeah, possibly.
So, because obviously Rascal's going to have the slip for the next straight. So, would he... I kind of wonder with them, should they not... maybe there might be could save fuel here, but let's see. Good battle.
Just looking at a replay then, so the Interiors has finished this penalty, while Tetra Guy also copped the 1.5 second penalty. Probably may have just shortcutted Tetra Rouge, unfortunately. So Tetra Guy, who looked like he was having a good run, has fallen all the way down to P12 after burning the penalty. But here comes Rascal.
Another
then.
Battle for the lead. Yep.
And the power of the Aston will just go by the Jag. And they pulled out to nearly a 1.5 second advantage then over Halleck, who's still showing strong in that beat in third position. And look at Stephen.
Kevlaro, Stephen and Boris going into the Mulsanne, into the chicane, and it looks like Boris has got back up to 4th place after that horrendous start.
Yeah, so the recovery drive then for Boris is on, obviously with the help of his teammate, the Interiors getting a penalty, and also Stephen copping a little bit. But Stephen looks like he's lost not a lot of ground on the front two ahead, because if they're going to keep on battling side by side for position, then it's going to allow Halleck and Lislott, they're going to catch up to them as well. But Stephen now into 5th, Kevlaro in 6th, and Boris trying to get up to the back of Halleck's Beetle there. Shout out as well to La Bomba, up into 7th place.
Yeah, excellent job. I mean, the kind of pack is sort of split into two a little bit. There's a pack of like really, really close racing up at the front, and then there's a big gap between Kevlaro and Bomba. But yeah, there's a good battle between Boris, Stephen and Kevlaro actually. And Inman has gone back through Rascal there.
I was just seeing there, Nico must have had a problem on the first lap because he's fallen way down into last position. But yep, Inman.
He pitted on at the end of lap 1, so I'm not sure why he's done that.
I think he had a drive-through pit. I think he had a drive-through pit lane from the incident in race 1. Yeah, I think that's why. So yeah, I think that just clarified it there. Yeah, so Nico had to serve a drive-through penalty. Meanwhile, the interiors is all over the back of 7th place La Bomba. A little bit riding on board with him. We did see him running as high as 5th until he had that big penalty that he had, and he's fallen down to that 7th place, and again tucked up into the slipstream of the Lexus, and he's going to pull out onto the left side of the track up into the Porsche curves. Rascal did this the last lap, and Interiors tries to do it what Rascal did the previous lap, runs slightly wide, but he's got the job done. Back into P7 he goes, although La Bomba wants it back. Yeah, that's not really an overtaking opportunity, really. That's just a one-lane groove around here.
Yeah, Crew just wanted to try and send it back down the inside, but that was sketchy. Well, I mean, well done to both of them for keeping it on the road. I suppose, meanwhile, look at Slimmy and Techno racing here into the final corners. Slimmy does a little bit of... that's Matty.
That's Matty.
My bad. Yeah, gets through. Good job, Slimmy. He goes a bit wide. He's just way overcooked the braking there. Is he going to pick up a penalty for that?
Possibly, yeah. 3 seconds too.
Ouch.
So... the hard work in qualifying for Slimmy Cam is just already crumbling.
Yeah. Meanwhile up front, so Inman has managed to stave off any... he broke the toe because he got the move done, and then it was through the final, the final few sectors where it's really just trying to follow somebody else, so... Yeah, Rasco's going to start to fall a little bit, but let's see actually what the pace difference is going to be here on the straight, because surely the Aston isn't the best in overall top speed, but I wonder how it compares to the Jag.
I think to me the Jag's actually slightly pulling away.
Yeah,
just
the
about
Jag's pulling away. Yeah, so that's a problem. So Rasco's just going to have to try and hope that Inman gets a bit of a penalty here, because they seem quite evenly matched in pace so far.
Stevens up to 4th, he's passed Bottas on the straightaway into the PlayStation chicane, so that's P4 now for Steven. Having a look further back through the field then, again the 2 teammates between La Bomba, Crow and Interiors then in the middle of a teammate sandwich, still 7th, 8th and 9th, and they're slowly catching up to Kevlaro in the AMG. The only card in the field, of course, Bomber is... sorry, not Bomber. Baldy one is not in this one. But again, battling then for 4th, and Bottas has got 4th position back.
Bang. Yep, excellent. Great racing. I mean, well on Stephen getting this far up in the BMW as they slide into the chicane. My word. Fully standing it there.
I thought Crow was going to go for a double overtake then. La Bomba has just lost nearly 2 places then as a result of that. And I thought Crow was going to get 2 positions back on him.
Yep, and there's a half-second penalty for Kevlaro there, so he's obviously picked it up as he brakes. That was kind of a short penalty burn, but yeah, I mean, all fair in love and war. Interiors is going to get a move done into 6th place. The man from Turkey goes through into Red Bull Racing, followed by Crew,
who nearly bump drafted him. Who nearly bump drafted the Interiors. Going into Mulsanne now. So, yeah, Kevlaro down to 8th. La Bomba now in 9th.
Ding-dong battle here, because yeah, I mean, Crew will probably try and get Interiors into the next straight here, although 4/10 is quite a lot to make up actually. But yeah, have a look at the soft tyres actually, because they are starting to wear quite a fair bit. Although that said, the mediums are definitely wearing probably at the same rate, as Crew is going to come and try and get a move done into this right-hander. He's gone the inside,
going into Indianapolis. And he's got the 6th place. Don't forget, Crow is on the soft tyres. Yeah, so he's up to 6th. Oh, Kevlaro. Oh, he was fine there. So, good job this year from Crow. In fact, Kevlaro's gone on the inside of the Interiors, and he's got 7th place. Interiors has now lost that 9th, 8th spot now to La Bomba. So, a little bit of momentum lost, and he's lost 3 places.
You've got to be really careful on those curbs, because they can really spin you. And, yeah, they're a bit sketchy, those ones. But yeah, good battling. I was just kind of making a point about the tyre wear so far. The softs, I mean, there's a couple of people who are definitely leaning on the tyres a lot more. Like, compared, the Crew's did a good job on the softs actually. His wear isn't terrible. It's kind of comparable to Kevlaro in the mediums and the AMG.
Same as well for Techno Guy. His softs are looking pretty decent. Probably the same as Crew.
about to finish the third lap. So yeah, that's good going. The softs are definitely lasting a little bit longer than I thought they would. So that's quite interesting. Obviously, the guys, unless they're watching the stream, will not know that. But I mean, they've all probably practiced as well. But yeah, I wonder if the softs are actually they're hanging on a bit longer than I thought, because we're nearly halfway through the race actually. So I wonder if you can keep those softs on. Yeah, maybe. I don't think the hard should be making an appearance at all here.
No, it'll just be mediums.
Yeah, mediums, or would you chuck on, if you're Rascal, do you chuck on a pair of softs? Maybe next lap. Because he needs some kind of pace advantage against Inman here. He needs to do something.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, the gap is just going up. You can see 1.5 seconds still. Alex, though, ain't talking a lot about him. Still showing all right there in P3.
Oh, Boris has gone so wide onto the entrance to the Mulsanne. I think he's... Well, yeah, he's got a half a second penalty. He was way off the curb there, so yeah, that's going to hurt him. So that's going to give Stephen a chance to get him into the corner. Yeah,
this track is very unforgiving when it comes to penalties. It's very, very strict on these rules when it comes to stuff like this. And
unforgiving is a very kind word.
Yeah,
I would choose a word beginning with B and ending in T, but.
Oh, basket.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevlaro
so
then trying
Stephen,
to go. Sorry,
go on. You go on.
I was just seeing this insane battle then going on for 6th place, and Kevlaro's just managed to stick it on the inside there. Oh, Crow getting a little sideways out of the PlayStation chicane, but Kevlaro's made a brave pass, late breaking into that chicane. I've always said just copped a half a second penalty for doing that. So the good pass that he's done has just gone in vain. So it's still Crow in 6th,
he's actually
7th.
He's probably going to get a penalty, because he's going to probably get a post-race pen for that, because you're meant to burn your penalty on the right side of the track, I think there, if I'm correct. Yeah, all penalty burn zones are on the right side of the track, and he burned it on the left. I know it might seem panicky, but rules are rules. So meanwhile, I think Stephen and Boris are probably like the closest on track in the top 5.
Right on board then with Stephen.
But look, Stephen is saving fuel here, because he went to half speed there, half gas, 50% gas. So yeah, let's have a look at the fuel actually. What's the fuel situation?
Right, so let's have a look at him, and he's just down to about 47% left of fuel in there. Rascal's lost a bit more. I think he's about 2% less than Inman. Alex is roughly the same than Rascal. Boris is looking all right, probably the same as Inman. So Stephen has probably just saved a bit more fuel out of the top 5.
Stephen's done a great job of fuel saving actually, and I think he realises that advantage, because now he's trying to make his advantage even more so. So Stephen might be, well, he's going to gain quite at least about 2 or maybe a couple seconds on the pits here, so he could be in play with Alex, especially if Alex has burned probably the most fuel out of a lot of them. I mean, I'm not surprised Alex has had to do that, because despite the Beetle having a 7th gear, he still has to push a bit harder because of the lack of straight line speed.
Just seen that Matty. Oh, Matty's got a penalty, so he has had to pull over to the right hand side, as you said, and he will surrender 11th place then to Slimmy Cam, hopefully trying to get his momentum back after a couple of untidy 2 laps. And now he's going to...
Nico watch. Nico's got a half a second penalty, way down to 14, just to give him a tiny bit of airtime, the poor fella.
All right, let's do it then. Yeah, there he is. Teammate then to Stephen. Nico, who we've seen last 2 weeks ago at Kyoto. Again, probably not getting to grips with the BMW just yet, but hopefully we'll get to see him a lot up at the field later on as the season goes on. What you ordering it now?
It was quite funny with Boris. I think he sort of faked going into the pits there. I think he tried to lure Stephen in, but then he just went back on. Like he didn't cross any lines or anything, but it's just the body language of his car suggested he was going into the pits. He probably made Stephen think twice there, but get a bit of gamesmanship going on. I would say the top 3 are kind of holding station at the moment. They've all got very equal gaps to each other, but all very, I would say, changeable. Like those gaps can definitely, they're all within range, where if one of them gets a penalty, it brings either of them back into play, and then it also opens up for strategy a little bit, for sure. Vasco went a little bit wide on that, but he should be fine. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Just again looking at Cromac now. It's just his tyres.
Stephen's just got a half-a-second penalty, so he's going to drop. He's going to unfortunately drop back from Boris.
I think there's going to be a fair few annoyed drivers when they just feel that in terms of these penalties. But,
Slimmy's gone off the track. Oh, he went. Oh dear, what's gone on there? I just cut him and he was in the wall. It kind of bouncing around and he's down into 13th. I don't know if he can get a penalty. And he's got 2-second penalty. Oh dear.
Oh, he just lost it then. The S is going into Tetra Rouge. He just put on the power. And he just ran wide there. Yeah, he was sort of flat out over the kink going into Tetra Rouge, and you do face a bit of understeer if you just put it on full throttle at that part of the track, and he just went off, and it allowed Goofy to overtake him.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least maybe it might give Nico someone to race. So every cloud and all that. But yeah, shame for Slimmy. Obviously good qualifying and all that, but. Let's focus on the battle on track here. Crow, Bomba, and Kevlaro. They're almost three wide into that chicane.
Yeah, again, and Crow Magnus actually gone back into set. Oh, Kevlaro gets into La Bomba a little bit. I don't know if that will concur the penalty. I tell you what, the interior, he does have a half-a-second penalty, and the interior, he's got the best seat of the house here.
Kevlaro, yeah, Kevlaro got the half-a-second penalty, so this is going to bring Techno maybe into play here to race Kevlaro.
Interior's a saving fuel. He just backed out of a throttle there because he had to run on the bomb on the straightaway, but then eased off the throttle. So it looks like he's in fuel saving mode too.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a good little dig-dom battle here. Let's do Techno Cam. We've got May in chat saying, I bet everything I have for Techno, but look at his softs. His softs, I mean, how the heck is he still racing that car?
I'm just wondering though if the top 5 will go to soft tyres then after their first pit stop.
I think they will, because we're going to be, when they come out of the pits, they'll be more than halfway through. I do wonder what they're going to do here, because somebody, you can definitely go to mediums, like that's absolutely fine. Stephen's got another half-a-second penalty, so he's going to fall further back from Boris. Sorry.
Techno guy there oversteering, my apologies then, into Minneapolis. And that is, you say, because of the soft tyres there. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, Stephen got a half-a-second penalty, so he's fallen way back from Boris now. That has completely destroyed Stephen's race, because up until then, he had a significant fuel advantage over everyone around him. So it's a bit of a shame that that's happened to him. So I'm just keeping an eye on Inman here, whether he's going to go into the pits. Basically the top 3.
There we go, Ben. Let's see. He's down to about 24% left of fuel. So is Inman going in? No, he doesn't.
And Rasco pits. Oh, Halleck's got a penalty, a 1-second penalty.
Oh, here we go, then. That's unlike Halleck's then to bear the penalty. Looks like he just ran too wide out of the Porsche curves, I reckon. Yeah, that's how he can get it. Yeah, just ran wide out of the Porsche curves.
Yeah, and so he's burned it on the straight, so that's a shame for Halleck's. That kind of brings him out of play. So basically we're looking at Rasco. So he is uncharacteristically used more fuel than other people around him. But yeah, look at Stephen, 28%. Like, he had such an advantage. That's such a shame what happened there.
Yeah, loads of guys in the pits.
Yeah. Well, let's see what tyres Rascal puts on and to what level of fuel he's going to go to. But yeah, he hasn't been able to save much fuel. From memory, the Aston wasn't fantastic at saving fuel anyway. But yeah, I think he might have hoped to be in slip for a bit longer there and played the more longer game. But yeah, let's see.
Right, so we've got Crow in, La Bomba in, the Interiors is in, Boris, Techno Guy, Rascal. Rascal's gone to the soft tyres. Boris has gone to the softs as well. La Bomba, he's still in the pit lane. Now, I just want to see, because we've seen that Crow is just putting more fuel in the car. But he should go into a set of mediums. There he is. Interiors have gone to soft as well as Techno.
Why didn't Inman pit? Because... well, I mean, it's a 4-minute lap. The undercut's mad here. Like, surely the undercut's really powerful. I'm a bit curious as to why he didn't pit there, because he's just left himself massively open to an undercut here. So let's monitor what Rascal does here, because there was about a 2-second gap, I think, like about 2.2 second gap. You could definitely easily make that up on fresh tires.
Well, he's going to get by Nico, because Nico's just burned a penalty. That must have been out of Tetra Rouge. So that's going to help Rascal a lot more. More importantly, though, he does have clean air. He's not battling with anyone, so this is going to help Rascal a lot here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Alex is flashing red, but he'll be fine. So, yeah, I mean, I suppose he's a bit out of the picture for the top two here. But, yeah, let's look at Inman's times. The fantastic spectator mode that is within GT. I can't see up-to-date sector times, but let's have a look. I'll see what I can do.
He's just nearly going into the 58s now. So I reckon he should be pitting.
Yeah, so he's just done. Vasco's done. So at 30. Okay, so Inman's done a 32.8 in sector 3. Rascal's done a 33.0. Oh no, sorry, he's just done a 32.7. Sorry, my bad. So Roscoe's gone 10th quicker in sector 3. Not really, but I mean they're just mainly straight, so a tyre advantage wouldn't be a huge munch. We're looking at Indianapolis really. Well, if that's the right section.
Yeah, Indianapolis. Where Inman's at right now, yeah, and then it's Arnage.
Yep, so Rascal, sorry for every other driver, I'm just like keeping an eye on this battle. Rascal's just going to come through sector 4, so Inman's done a 27.3, Rascal's done a 27.1. So he definitely is kind of catching him. So he's
not too much though, not too much.
No, not enough. But let's see, he's going to really make it up in 5 and 6. These are really good times for Inman, to be fair, on warm mediums.
Oh, he's had a little moment there through the Ford curve. Oh, he's missed the apex there. That was a heart and mouth moment there for Inman. Kept it going, but yeah, that was definitely creasing your pants there, like moment that through there, because if that would have been in real life, that would have been a massive off. So well held there to Inman. I'm just going to give you a little rundown then, because we're just past halfway. Inman is still leading the way, followed by Alex, Kevlaro, Matty and Goofy. These are the guys that have yet to make a pit stop. Then you've got 6th place Rascal. These are the guys that have made a pit stop. Rascal in 6th, Boris in 7th, Nico in 8th, but he's well, Inman's actually into the pits right now. Nico has made a pit stop, but it was a drive-through pit stop. He hasn't made an actual pit stop. He'll be pitting this time by. He's running in 8th place. His teammate Stephen is in 9th, but has made a pit stop. La Bomba in 10th. The Interiors is in 11th place. Gibao here with Crow and Tetraguy 12th and 13th. And Slimmy Cam, who's had a lot of problems during this race, is down in 14th place. Look at Alex. He's running on fumes there. He's got 0%.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at the sector time. So Rascal's done a 33.3 in sector 5. So that was 6/10 quicker than what Inman did. And then in sector 6, he was a further 3/10 quicker. So we'll see. It might be a bit closer. He might be in a slip. Might be. Let's see. So Rascal's gone through. He's gone through the start-finish straight. Let's see where he.
Oh, he's got a 3-second penalty. Rascal's got a 3-second penalty.
Oh no. Oh no!
Did he?
Rascal! No! Oh, he would have been way ahead. He would have been so far ahead.
I don't know how he got that penalty. Right? I wanna see if we can ride on board with him.
Oh!
How did he get that penalty?
That is gutting. That is so gutting. I haven't been this. Disappointed since Abu Dhabi.
It was the last part of the.
Oh, Inman's got a 1-second penalty. Inman's got a 1-second penalty.
Here we go.
Oh my goodness!
It's all happening here.
So Inman's going to burn this on the Mulsanne straight, and Rascal's going to overtake. He's going to take the lead. And
Boris is also. Boris is in slipstream distance too. Don't count out Boris.
Boris in the Supra, which has the straight line speed advantage, and Boris is in the slipstream actually. So Rascal's going to try and break the slipstream here. This is mega drama.
So with that 1-second penalty, Inman is now being relegated to 3rd, and he's out the slipstream. You can see that, riding on board then with Inman, who's been leading the race the first half of this race, and he is out of the tow of the top 2 ahead.
Yes, but remember, his Jag is in mega on the straights, and he also has the tyre advantage as well. So that 1 lap on this, that he spent on the softs, will count. But yeah, big question. Will Inman be able to have the speed advantage to be able to get past Boris and Rascal? Meanwhile, we're seeing a battle between Goofy and Matty. So Goofy's gone through up into 11th place. That's a good move in the Corvette.
Here comes Kevlaro. He's trying to go around the outside of Crow. That is for 9th place. Crow on the medium tyres. Kevlaro will be on the softs. And Kevlaro has gone by Tetraguy into top 10. He's in 8th.
Nice, well done. He's gone on to the mediums while everyone else has gone to the soft. So Techno will be a bit of a sitting duck to Kevlaro and Crow, although they're having a little battle here.
mean, this is only Tetraguy's second appearance in the Lobby A race, and his best finish was a 14th, and that was at Spa. That was at season 3 when he crowned the Lobby C championship. Now, what's happened to Crew? What did he do?
Just Kevlaro and Crew just getting into each other a little bit, and Kevlaro sort of pushed Crew up until the dirty, and beyond the track limits a little bit. Had a bit of a spinny moment, but he kept it on, as Crew is.
He just backed off a bit.
There. Yeah, for sure. So, to go back to the front, just to tell the story of just what's happened. So, if I just get this straight, so Rascal was going to go. He must have absolutely nailed the final sector. He must have gained at least a second on Inman in the final sector, because he would have been way ahead. Because wasn't it? Whenever he was, even with the penalty, when he came up in Inman, he was about maybe 8-9 tenths behind him. So he would have been well ahead. So he got a penalty in the final corner. Got a 3-second penalty, burned it, and then Inman got a 1-second penalty and then got passed.
I think.
So I would argue that Inman got, like, although he got a smaller penalty, he got it on the worst part of the track, whereas Rascal only got it on the start-finish straight. So not much of a penalty actually, but man, Rascal must be absolutely thanking his lucky stars as Boris goes quite wide into that corner, Indianapolis.
Yeah,
I think.
He's falling into the. That's the Porsche curves. Oh no, sorry, Mason Blanche. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, I was looking at a replay to see how Rascal got that 3-second penalty. You know, the Ford chicane, it's like a double chicane. You got the left, right, short straight, left, right.
Yeah.
I think it was the first. There was the first left where I think he copped it, and I think that's why he got a 3-second penalty.
So the question is, so Boris will. I think Boris and Inman in all likelihood will get past Boris here. What's going on with the fuel? Why has Inman got so much fuel? As he goes past into second place, this seems a bit academic actually. Yeah, so Inman's through on much fresher tyres. What is Boris going to do? Will he make this difficult, I wonder? Rascal will probably want him to fight back here.
Yeah, he'll probably want to fight back, but Boris may want to try and save the two. But you can see the gap is just going up. It's up to 6 tenths.
No, you know why? You know what? Inman has put in far too much fuel. Far too much fuel. Like, I don't know what the heck. Or unless Rascal and Boris have got their fuel calculations completely off. Hallex has got about the same amount that Inman has, roughly speaking. So what's going on here? Who's got the right amount of fuel?
We don't know.
These are crazy differences in fuel. Like, is one of them got them really badly wrong, or?
Oh, it's just the jack is generally. Oh, look at the gap going down. 9.7, 9.6, 9.5, 9.4.
Elbows have to be get out from Rascal here. Techno and Kevlaro are going to have a little battle here. I think Techno went a little bit wide, so will he get a penalty? Nope, he won't. But yeah, Kev in the Mercedes against the Corvette. Can't afford to come out of the slipstream too early in that, because Corvette's got really good top speed. Yeah, and you can actually see that, so he's not actually going through very easily.
No. It's just slightly going up, but although I think Kevlaro is going to have the inside here at the PlayStation chicane. Late break in there. Oh, Techno's gone hugely off.
No.
And clips the little bollard there, has a little jump, and now he's going to fall into the clutch to Crew.
Well, I just have an eye for these things. Right, okay, Rascal has gone purple, so it's up to 8 tenths gap.
You mean it's come down to 8 tenths?
Yeah.
It was about 1.9 on the first part of the lap.
So Inman has put in far too much fuel. That has to be the case. Right, so I think Inman has put in far
Rascal
too much fuel, and that's
Rascal got very jumpy out of Mulsanne, and now Inman is in the tool.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what tools Rascal has at his disposal here. Can he defend deep into this corner? He's going to have to block the track in the middle of the track. Is he going to? Yeah. Oh no, he can't. He won't get through here. But the next straight will be. I don't think there's going to be much he can do here.
No, nothing he can do. No, not at all. If that. Oh, Boris has got a penalty. You can see in the background there. He's got half a second penalty. Rascal missing the apex then out of Arnage, and now he's going defensive. He's going over to the right side of the track, going over to the left side of the track. I don't think you're going to break the two of him, and he's right behind you.
He could try, because this Inman's going to have to go around the outside. Oh my goodness, Inman!
He's faked the move. He's trying to go to the inside at the Porsche curves. Oh, there's a bit of kind of slight contact. Inman goes very, very wide. Side by side. Rascal's not giving up without a fight. He's back through. Oh, the drama there. With 7 minutes to go.
Why did Inman do that? Like, he could have just done in Rascal and gone around the outside. So I'm not sure why he made that more complicated for himself.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he had the room on the left side of the track, but then just decides to go to the inside. He's trying to have a look there. Into the Ford chicane. This is really a one-lane groove here, but they're going side by side.
Oh,
that's going to be a penalty for Inman, surely.
Yeah, Inman's going to cop a penalty. Yeah, absolutely. Boris did not serve his penalty.
2.5 seconds. Yeah, and I think discretion played the better part in that there. I think that was silly from Inman. That was really silly. Why try and go and overtake someone on the outside at the double chicane, at the Ford chicane, when it's just a one-lane groove?
That's slightly bizarre battling there. I would have to say from Inman. Rasco must be wondering why. Well, he could have just so easily taken the easy line round. Rasco was a sleeping. He was a sitting duck on the straights. Like he could have just waited. Like, I don't really fully understand.
He could have shown that bit of patience, and then he'd still be right behind Rasco, coming to this part of the track, and then he would have got the position.
Yeah, and Boris definitely would have been, if he just not got a penalty, Boris would have been in play there too. So,
oh, look at this battle for 6th place then, still raging on here. These three drivers are having a fantastic battle here for 6th place. La Bomba wants it back, the Interiors wants the 6th place, and Kevlaro, he's joined in this battle as well. This is some sensational racing, like we see up at the front, but look at that, 3 wide, going into Tetra Rouge. Kevlaro's got the double overtake.
And Interiors is going to go wide. He's going to get a penalty, so he's going to drop back. I've never seen 3 wide through there. No, Interiors not going to get a penalty. Good. Keep this one going.
Oh, please do. Oh, look at the run now. Just had the racing line. La Bomba and Interiors just held each other.
We're going to go 3 wide again here. I think we're going to go 3 wide again into the chicane. Is Interiors going to do it? Come on. Yes.
Yes, here we go. 3 wide. Where's Sergei? Make it 4 wide. Mercedes then on the inside. Lexus on the middle and the Toyota on the outside. Who's going to go into the PlayStation chicane? Bumping and barging. This is like BTCC. And Interiors has got back into 6th place. If only this was a battle for the lead, my voice would be gone by now.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Hallex has gotten through past Steven, so that is a bit of a throwback to last season there. So Hallex is through on Steven, although albeit with a pretty handy tyre advantage.
Oh, we're going to go 3 wide again. This time it is Mercedes then on the outside into the Michelin chicane. It's going to be Toyota in the middle, and it's going to be the Lexus that's going to be on the inside. Late braking into the second bit of the chicane on this long straightaway, and the Bomber's got the 7th place. No, he doesn't. Kevlaro's got 6th. Man, pull it. No, they don't. The Bomber's got it back again.
In Interiors just broke. He broke quite early, actually, I have to say. But now I think he's in play. He's basically going to be in play now for the next corner.
They're going to go 3 wide again, then going down into a small sand. Go on, pull out a little bit to the left. There you go. Thank you very much. Here we go again then. 3 wide for the 3rd time. Mercedes on the inside. Lexus in the middle. Toyota on the outside. Late braking this time. Interiors late, really late braking. And Mulsanne, has he got the position back again? I think he may have,
Yes.
Oh, superb.
Wow.
Superb racing here.
Fantastic from Interiors. I love the way that he did break early in the previous corner just to give him the slip, and he knew. But they're going to battle into the next corner again. This is going to be a record for the amount of times that you can be 3 wide into lots of corners.
Here we go again. Yeah, here we go. They're going again. 4th time now. 4th time of asking. Oh, no, I don't know. I think La Bomba's just holding back a little bit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there is a ding-dong battle between Steven and Hallex as well. So Steven and Hallex are having a good little fight, if not for the front.
Inman has gone back into 2nd place, and he's already charging down on Rascal. 1.8 seconds the advantage. I did say it was about 2.4.
Oh, look at Steven and Hallex. Hallex is being hit off the... Oh, he's being hit off the track. He's nearly into the gravel.
Oh, he just nearly clipped it. Yeah, we'll have a look at a replay of that to see what between that battle. It's right above Hallex. He's had a quiet race. We've not talked a lot about Hallex, sadly. So he's going to pull to the outside then, going into the Porsche curves. Was that a slight contact there?
I think there was, yeah. I think there was. Boris has picked up a 2-second penalty. Right, we're into the final lap of the race here, and Inman is 1.1 seconds behind Rascal. Now 8/10. Oh, I don't know what... Oh, I thought that it was 1.7 going into the final... into the final sector. So what's going on here then? So is Rascal short on fuel?
No, I don't think he's short on fuel. He's got about 20% of fuel left in the car.
There-
2 minutes to go.
there is a tire- there
Inman's
is-
got
there is a
1.5 second penalty. Inman's got a 1.5 second penalty.
What? How's he done that? Oh my days! Rascal has he has been praying to someone. So what's Inman gonna do? Does he go far enough down the straight? Like, because the whole straight is the penalty burn zone. So will he just try and? He's going to do it right here.
Yeah, he's going to do it right here. And yeah, I looked at a replay. I don't think he did anything wrong.
That's such a bizarre penalty. Well, I mean, that's Rascal in the clear, surely. Like, Inman's not going to. It's going to be 4 seconds by the end of the straight.
Yeah, indeed. Yes, I mean that was a shame. That was a shame because that was going to be a grandstand finish. Go on.
Stephen and Alex, side by side in the Mulsanne straight. They're having a proper ding-dong battle. Love this. So Alex is going to use not the power of the Beetle, the power of the slipstream, and to get past Stephen, but then obviously Stephen will have the advantage on the next corner. They're going to be battling right to the last minute as well.
Indeed, yeah. Like I said, we haven't talked a lot about Alex, but I think he'll be quite content to finish in P4. Could that potentially be 3 if Boris again picks up another penalty? I think he's already done about 3 or 4 penalties. If he hadn't got a penalty, he'd probably be leading at this race, but it's Rascals to lose here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of Immin's penalty. Did he go wide? I didn't see the stream, but did he go wide on exit on
Dunlop?
He must have gone wide on it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
he didn't go wide at all. And it didn't look like to me he shortcut the first part of the Dunlop chicane at all. I don't think he shortcut that at all. So I don't know where that penalty comes from.
I've had a penalty through there. Maybe whenever you cut the curb a little bit too much.
It could be that, yeah.
It's so easy. It's really, really easy in the circuit. But basically, Rascal's got this in the bag. Famous last word. Let's look at Alex and Stephen. They're still battling.
Yeah, they're having
a
proper ding-dong here.
This corner, and Alex is in 4th place. But then, Stephen is going to get the run on the next track. They're pushing so hard on the exit there.
They're not too far off of Boris. They're 1.6 seconds down the road on Boris and P3, so they can. Well, as there's 0 seconds on the clock, and there is still a few corners left, so I don't know. There could be a potential podium battle here if Boris still holds on to that P3. But here comes Stephen. He's going to go around the outside, going into Indianapolis, and he's back through again. Now they just got to hold station.
A little bit of a bump there, actually. I think I saw. I thought Alex would send it down the inside, but he's a cleaner racer than me.
Yeah, I think they are catching up to Boris in that Toyota. Stephen's lost the rear!
Oh!
Sorry, go on.
No, I'm just looking at the gap between Rascal and Inman. It's coming down quite quickly.
Look at Rascal's fuel. Look at Rascal. I mean, there's just a few corners to go, but it's barely
really
tight.
Low. It is really low, and actually, Rascal's losing quite a lot of time. He must be in fuel mix. He must be under a fuel mix. He should be fine.
Yeah, I think he should be, yeah. If the fuel holds up, the gap is still coming down, but if the fuel holds up, he's got the double chicane now. Hopefully he won't go to shortcut like what he did when he first came out the pit.
That would be a disaster.
That would be
an absolute disaster.
So here we go then, here comes Rascal, takes the first part of the Ford chicane. Ooh, that was maybe a bit too much there, possibly, I don't know. He's nearly out of fuel, but anyway, Rascal, he's going to get his first ever victory in the Gr.3 Championship. Inman gets second, but what could have been, though? He could have had the potential win in the bag there, you'd feel. Here comes Boris, he crosses the line in first place. What's happened to Alex? He's fallen way down to 5th. He's lost way much ground on Stephen. I didn't see what happened to Alex.
You have to get a replay on that then, surely.
I'm too late on seeing what happened to Alex there. But he finished 5.2 seconds behind Stephen. Anyway, Kevlaro crosses the line, and what a battle he had there with sixth place there. Look at Techno Guy! Techno Guy's going to cross the line in 7th! Le Bomber's out of fuel, he's lost to 9th! Goofy just gets him. Goofy just gets 9th place on the line. Le Bomber out of fuel, finishes in P10. Apologies to these guys who we didn't see a lot of. I think also Slimmy Cam's ran out of fuel and all. Yes, indeed he has. He's just crosses the line in P13. And there goes Nico in 14th place. But my, oh my, what a race that was. And look at that. Everyone apart from Le Bomber got a penalty. So fair play to Le Bomber.
Absolutely absurd. Wow. Well, obviously, congratulations to Rascal. he is praying to a god out there that was listening to him, because that was yeah. I think Inman made quite a few errors, I have to say, for putting in far too much fuel at the box, and as you say, but just one of those things. I mean, Inman obviously did not know the fuel levels required, and that is on him. And I mean, I guess the penalty. I mean, well, I'm gonna have to go and maybe Inman will probably clip it, and we'll see in the server. But yeah, that was I mean, we'll see what it is, but that was a very unfortunate penalty for him. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you have to say he who gets the fewest penalties wins.
Well, Rascal only had the one, and he who had the less penalties was the bomb, but he ended up finishing 10th and ran out of fuel. But there you go, unbelievable scenes there. So you can see there are 7 different manufacturers then in the top 7. The Rascal, very first win of his career in the GR3s. Inman, again, it was an easy win in the bag for him, but he just, again, like you said, he just made those silly mistakes trying to go side by side in the Ford chicanes, and just very questionable
not to be overly harsh. I have to say, not to be overly harsh. Inman is, I think he doesn't like the easy way round. I mean,
no.
I definitely think he could have. There's more obvious ways to do some of those moves, and he had the pace advantage on the straight, so he sort of shot himself in the foot a little bit in a couple of those moves. But yeah, as I said, I think the biggest mistake was the fuel, and because he would have been way ahead, and then obviously the final penalty he got. But fair play.
I mean, these results are all unofficial there, and Inman again records the best ever finish for the Jaguar, which
Robo's saying that apparently Inman cut the turn 1 turn 2 apex by 2 pixels. That's what it seems like. It was kind of, you can't even see it.
It looked like to me that he did nothing wrong at that corner. It looked like he took it all nice and fine.
Yeah, I have to say, who could have been right in the mix? I think Boris could have been. He could have I think he could have fought for the win today, but because he just kept
too many
getting
penalties
at the worst times. But if he didn't get any penalties, he definitely would have been way up there. But
it's a second straight third place though for Boris, so good for him. Stephen in 4th. Don't know what happened to Alex, but we didn't speak a lot about Alex during the race, but he gets 5th place, so I don't know what happened to him. With him losing so much ground there to Stephen. Kevlaro, what a battle with Kevlaro in the interiors and La Bomba. I mean, big thanks to those guys for putting on the show there.
Yeah,
just a shame it wasn't a battle for a podium spot or whatever.
Well, I mean, keeping it clean as well. I think generally, I would have to say the whole racing, apart from Goofy at the start, the whole racing around the whole pack was super, super clean. So well done, everyone. I know it's quite tricky, and tempers can get high when you get penalties for infractions of 2 pixels, but yeah, well done on everyone keeping it clean. I have to say, really, really good racing.
And Technical Guy gets his first ever top 10 in the GR3 Championship. Bear in mind, this is only his second race in the streamed event. The Interiors in 8th, Goofy in 9th, La Bomba in 10th. I tell you what, Goofy had a good recovery drive from the incident on the first lap, but he gets a top 10. La Bomba out of fuel in 10th, Matty in 11th, Chromag the 12th, Slimmy Cam, who also crossed the line, out of fuel, P13, and Nico in P14. But what a race that was there, Stephen. Sorry, not Stephen.
Stephen?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
You're mixing me with another Irishman. Stephen's never been on stream. Bloody hell. Well,
yeah.
Sure. Yeah, great. No, great race. Fantastic race. Really classic ARC stuff right there. Yeah, fantastic. Well done, everyone. And again, congratulations to Rascal. Great first win. Let's see, he can continue it more in future races. But yeah, unbelievable.
You can go
race.
and give him a big cuddle. You can give him a big cuddle now, you kid. Oh, he's happy. You can hear him in the background. See if you can get him in. Give him a quick interview. Give him a quick interview. Go on.
Do you want an interview? Do you want an interview on stream? Go on.
You can ask the questions, Law. You could, because I'm rubbish for questions.
Oh, what's up?
How are you feeling then? How did you look at that? I bet you were absolutely sweating there for the last couple of minutes. And Inman was just closing up on you so much.
Yeah, my palms are they're greasy right now. I could barely hold the wheel, but that's over. Yeah, I got lucky.
You did. I was kind of surprised that Inman was trying to make moves at the chicane on the start-finish line. Now I was like, what on earth is he doing? But I mean,
he saw a gap, so he went for it. I don't quite know how we got the penalty. I'll have to check the stream later or something. But yeah, I'm chuffed. Honestly, I never thought that would happen. To actually get a win in this championship, because last season was so difficult. I couldn't keep up with Alex or Inman at all, and then yeah, I think the car helped me today. Thank you to all the fans. Yeah, best fans. Yeah, and I'm gonna go.
I think you're gonna get a nice big hug with Lord, I reckon, after that. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a beer as well, I think.
Oh, toast a beer. Get the champagne out. Go on.
No, I'm not. I'm not made of money. Come on, Savvy.
No, well, but anyway, well done on your very first win, and hopefully there'll be more to come during the season.
Thank you very much.
There we go. So there was an interview there from your race winner there. I'm surprised I actually got the questions. I thought Law was going to ask the questions because he's better at questions than me. But no, there you go.
Cool.
So yeah, we're just going to end the stream because my dog is looking at me because he's very hungry for wanting some food, and as am I. So we're going to end the stream right now. So thank you for been watching the Adrenaline Race Community Season 6 Round 2 coming at you at Le Mans. Next week will be the penultimate round of the 400 lap championship at Spa. Again, I'm not going to be there commentating on it, so hopefully they can get someone else to commentate for that race there. Good luck for that one, because that's definitely got to be more than 3 hours, definitely. And then in 2 weeks' time we will have the third race of this championship, and let's see if Rascal can go back to back. So yeah, we'll just end the stream right then. And so thank you again for watching this. I've been Savvy,
And I've been Lot.
and we will see you again hopefully next week for the 400 lap endurance race. If not, we'll see you again in 2 weeks' time.
Bye bye.